Today we'll learn how to calculate perimeter of shapes given a formula. So normally we can use diagrams to calculate the perimeter of a shape by adding up all the sides around the outside together. Now if we're not given a diagram, we can use formulas instead to calculate the perimeter. So first up, we're going to look at squares and rhombuses. Now squares and rhombuses both have all four sides the same. So that means the perimeter of a rhombus or a square is just 4 times by whatever that side length is. So that's what this formula here says. It says that P is equal to 4 times by S. So remember that when we write our algebra, we have 4 times by our letter here, and S stands for side length. So let's use that formula. So P is equal to 4 times by S. Now what it does our S stand for? So in this example, find the perimeter of a rhombus with side length 5. So I know that my side length is the value 5. So 4 times by 5 is equal to 20. So that means my perimeter is going to be 20 centimeters. Now, doing what we have done before with having a diagram drawn, right? We had a rhombus. It looks something like this, and we know that each of our side lengths is 5. So if I had 5 on each of these sides, I could also do the old-fashioned way of just adding these things up. So I'd have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, and that would also equal 20. So they both give you the same answer, right? But I guess the idea here is that this formula can save you time depending on what type of shape it is. Now let's have a look at rectangles and parallelograms and kites. Right, so all three of these shapes have 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So what I mean by that is, well, here I have this side and this side are the same length. In a parallelogram, I have this side and this side are the same length. In a kite, I have this side and that side are the same length. Right? Now in each of them, they all have another pair, I guess you could say. So in a rectangle, that would be this top one and the base or the bottom. All right, so those two sides are the same. In our parallelogram, we have our top and our bottom as well. All right, and in our kite, we have these two longer parts are also the same length. So if these polygons, so these shapes, have 2 pairs of sides of equal length, that means the perimeter is just A plus B plus A plus B, where A and B are your 2 different side lengths. So in general, you have this formula, which is P is equal to 2 times by whatever your A plus B is. So let's look at some examples. So the perimeter of a kite, we have P is equal to 2 times by A plus B. So A is our first side length plus our 7, which is our second side length. And remember that the way we've written this technically has a times sign in between. So if I have 2 times by 3 plus 7, right, we have to do our brackets first because of bed mass. So I have 2 times by 3 plus 7 is 10, and then I have 2 times by 10 is 20 centimeters. So that's how you could find the perimeter of a kite, or you could do the same type of thing with a parallelogram or a rectangle. So let's do one more example with a parallelogram. Right, so over here, we look at the shape and go, that's a parallelogram. It's like a rectangle being pushed on its side. So that means I can use the formula P is equal to 2 times by your A plus your B again. Right, and here, our A is our 7 and our B is our 5. So we have that this is equal to 2 times by 7 plus 5. And that's equal to 2 times by, and we have to do the brackets first, so 7 plus 5 is equal to 12, and then 2 times by 12 is equal to 24. All right, again, we look at our units, it is in meters, so we put our units in meters.